Hi friends, happy holidays and welcome to another episode of the 4Ps. This is the Double Nickel edition, number 55. And in lieu of wearing an ugly holiday sweater this time, since I don't own one, I'm wearing the ugliest holiday hat that I own. Let's get right to it. There's a reason why words like joy and happiness and giving resonate during the holiday season. I love this time of year, and as discussed last week, I do lots of fun things. I made gingerbread houses with my kids this past weekend. We drive around to see the lights on the houses. We actually light the menorah every night of Hanukkah, even though our kids have no idea why. It really starts for me with Halloween and picks up around Thanksgiving and goes into New Year, but why can't this spirit last all year long? I mean, if I could, I would make up my own holidays and celebrate them all year long. And I'm not alone. My longtime friend and one-time colleague, David Berkowitz, you know him as the serial marketer, also loves holidays. So David, what's a holiday that doesn't exist that we should create?
Hi, I'm David Berkowitz, and I have the idea for the best holiday ever. Holy-ween. Holy-ween, combination of Holi, the Indian festival of color, and Halloween, the American festival of candy. So you have people throwing all these colors at each other and getting all crazy, and then giving each other candy. It is like just, you make kids' minds explode all over the place. It's fun. It's a mess. It's just everything's just an explosion. It's amazing. It's the only thing that could really make both holidays even better. So Halloween needs to happen.
For me, this week is all about goodness, especially with the holidays. And over on my Point Symmetry website, I've shared a bunch of thoughts and frameworks about how to be more rooted in this idea of goodness. Being good means different things to different people. Whether personally or professionally, practicing goodness makes us better employees and friends, parents, spouses, siblings, just better human beings. Placing character above competencies, investing long-term in human capital and relationships, it creates a positive workplace. It's a cultural thing. It improves productivity. It creates real lasting value and also financial value. Yet there are so many company leaders who often look at values like truth and compassion and wholeness as soft skills. Job interview conversations don't always uncover your core values or your humanity. This is the result of companies not implementing a shared set of principles to define goodness or structure actions and measure change. So let's change that. Now this week again, I'm sharing models for how to define goodness as well as ones for guiding actions for goodness, truth, humility, integrity, self-awareness, compassion, generosity, love, respect, wisdom, all the good things that make up goodness that can be used for all of us as a shared vocabulary. And because this is the season of giving, I'm going to provide a link to it below. As this P is something political, it can be lots of things political at this point in time. I mean, things are just snowballing here. Now, for me, this is actually really interesting timing because I just finished John Farrell's rich biography of Richard Nixon, whose own political demise came as a result not of crimes in which he was initially directly involved with, but he just couldn't stay out of things once the investigation started. And it was the cover-up and the subsequent obstruction that would definitively lead to, or have led to, his impeachment had he not resigned sooner. Now, near his end of his presidency, he realized that everyone around him was in legal jeopardy, and there was an independent prosecutor looking into all the people around him. He found himself alone, lonely, confused, unsure who he could trust. But knowing that he had broken the law meant there was really only one way out. And the patterns between 1974 and now weren't initially as clear to me, before I read the book as they are now. But if individual one really is the unindicted co-conspirator that those close to this investigation now seem to think, then there really are only two ways that this can end, and neither of them include a second term. As I've discussed many times, in my house we have anywhere from 1 to 2 Amazon deliveries per day, and that's on average. There's some days we get nothing, some days it could be 3 or 4. That depends on the season. It could be even higher than that. But one thing we just did to ensure that our packages aren't sitting out in the cold or the rain or the snow, because the guy doesn't ring the doorbell, we programmed our Echoes to have Alexa tell us when a delivery from Amazon arrives. It's so simple. I'm not sure why we didn't do this sooner, but it makes a huge difference. I've recently gone down the Alexa skill wormhole, and I've probably overdone it, including having a Hanukkah song play at exactly sundown for each of the past 8 nights, as well as teaching my son and me a curse word a day in a different foreign language. We never know what it's going to be. So now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to Jawihada.